Hello friends, hope all of you are doing great. So I have come up with one more video on how mutual fund investors have made money when market crashed in 2008. I assure you this is a very interesting analysis, so please watch till the end. You will get so many insights and it will definitely help you to create lot of wealth. Okay, so I'll start with this presentation with the crash where Nifty had a dream run up from 3000 to all the way to 6000, almost 100% return. And after in 2008 slowly the market started coming down, and you can see from 6000 change it has come down to all the way 4500 in June 2008. And generally when this happens, what people do is, it has already corrected some 30 to 40%, people start putting lump sum here. But as you approach further, you can see it corrected more. It came all the way to around 3700, again bounced back. Again people will have a feeling that yes, now the correction is done, and then you can see market again crashes and goes all the way to 2500. So almost 63 to 65% fall from the highs of 6200. Okay, so please see this video till the end. You will get lot of insights, and it will 100%, I'm telling, it will help you to create lot of wealth as a mutual fund investor. Okay, so if you see, is the topic is Sensex fall is equal to good returns, that we will see. And what we'll try to understand from this is why planning in advance is very important. Third, what to do when index and markets are falling by 30 to 50%. So if we plan in advance, how it can help us. And fourth, should we stop SIP or continue SIP as a mutual fund investor. Okay, so that is the topic, like learn how mutual fund investor made money in 2008 crash. Okay, so with this points in mind, I'll start the presentation. So please see till the end. You will get so many small points which will help you. If next time markets fall, it will definitely help you and you will not repeat those mistakes. Okay, so what I have done is, I have taken an investment from December 1 2007 to December 1 2010, SDFC top 200. Now it is renamed as SDFC top 100 fund, renamed as SDFC top 100 fund. I have taken this fund from December 1 2007 to December 1 2010. Now why I have taken this period is, that is when market started falling and it recovered in December 2010. I'll show you the chart also. So this is the chart of Nifty, Nifty, that is our index. Okay, so you can see here December 2007. If I click here, you can see here December 2007, that is after next month the market started coming down, and then again it recovered the whole loss which was there by December 2010. Okay, so this is the time frame I have taken, and I have taken an SIP also. That is someone who has started an SIP in December 2007 and just continued till December 2010, how that SIP has outperformed. Okay, and I'll also explain you what can be the psychology of the investor, so that you will keep, next time if this happens, you can keep your emotions in check and you know exactly what to do. Okay, so when market starts falling, you can see here that person is doing 10,000 rupees SIP every month. So this is the investment amount every month, 10,000, and is doing on first or second of every month. Okay, so purchase price is 160. So dates will differ here, because if it's a Saturday or Sunday, that amount will not go for investment. So purchase price is, on December 2007, purchase price is 160 rupees. He has invested 10,000. He got 62 units. Okay, then market next month starts coming down. You can see slowly markets are coming down every month. This is a monthly chart, so one candle is 1 month. Okay, you can see here this is monthly, this is weekly, this is daily chart. So I have selected now monthly so that I can give you a bird's eye view. Okay, so every month markets are falling. So next month he invested another 10,000 rupees. So on the first of month market will be little higher, so he got at 170 rupees. Okay, then by end of the month, next month market has come down because he's buying on the first. Okay, so next month at the end market has come down, so he got units at 151. So what happened, 10,000 price is 151, so he got more units, 66 units. Okay, again next month market came down, so markets are coming down every month and he keeps accumulating higher and higher units. You can see at one point in Feb, you can see in the month of Feb, you can see Feb here, he has got maximum units in the month of Feb because market was at its lowest. Okay, so he has accumulated 116 units. In fact, December and Feb, he has got highest number of units. Okay, so what you have to understand is, as and when markets keeps falling down, your amount remains same, but you start accumulating more and more number of units. Okay, and at the same time your NAV value also falls. So how NAV has fallen from 160 rupees, it has come down almost half, 85 rupees. So if you see, from 6,300 it has come down to somewhere around 2,300. You can see this decline, down 63%. Okay, I mentioned here for ease of reference. Now what happened in the SIP? In SIP, if you see, total number of units accumulated is 1,250. Okay, current value is total number of units accumulated into NAV in Feb 2009. So value is 1,07,000 change. Amount how much is invested? 1,50,000 from December to Feb, December 2007 till Feb 2009, 1,50,000 rupees. Current value is 42,000. Loss percentage is, loss, if you divide this, loss is 29%. Okay, now what is the psychology at this point of time? At this point of time, psychology will be why you have invested in mutual fund. It would have been good if you would have done a simple FD also. Okay, but now let's see, if you would have stopped here, what would have happened? Okay, so after that, if you see, from 2nd March slowly market starts going up. Okay, every month slowly market is going up, and then there is a sudden spike in the 3rd month, 2nd and 3rd month, and then slowly it is going up. So here also you can see slowly NAV starts increasing. Okay, and you are getting lower units every month. You are getting lower units. Your unit value, your accumulation of units, number of units also starts coming down. Okay, now if I have marked this red as, if these months, suppose if the investor would have stopped investing only these 6 months, you see the kind of opportunity he would have lost in these 6 months, because you can see the NAV started from 82 to 170 in just 6 months, and that is where we started from 160. That is where the investor started, and in 6 months it crossed his original buy price also, above 160, it went to 171. So the first lesson is, when you are doing an SIP, you are not trying to time the market. So please continue the SIP, because then only you will get the benefit of rupee cost averaging. Okay, so don't stop your SIP when market falls, because that is the time to accumulate more number of units, and then when market recovers, it recovers very fast. So if you are not here, you will not be able to recover your money also. Okay, and you will not be able to, and you will not be continuing the investment also. So the whole purpose will be lost. Okay, then what happens? The same thing continues, and you start getting lower and lower number of units. But what happens at the end is, because you have accumulated all these units at lower price, you have accumulated, and you accumulated more number of units. What happens at the end? Your NAV values has reached 226. So this is very interesting. If you see, though the market is at the same level, index is at the same level, but if you see the unit value of your mutual fund is far more than the level you started, that is 160 rupees. It has reached to 226. Now you may ask why. Because the fund manager is buying quality stocks. So when he's buying a quality stocks, obviously when market will go up, your stocks will outperform the index and your NAV value will be more. So that is what has happened with this fund, and the value is more even though the market is at same level. So a very important point I'm telling is, even though market is at the same level, the price of your NAV is more than the beginning value, which was 160. Okay, it has required more because the fund manager has bought quality stocks. It has required more than the index. Okay, so now after so what has happened is, in this whole process from beginning till the end, at market index coming to the same level, how much return this investor has made? Earlier it was 29% loss in the first phase, in the down phase, and in the up phase, that also I have analyzed. If you see total units added from 2nd March, that is from here. Okay, total units added is, I have added full from 2nd March, I have taken till full. Total units added is 1372. The current value is this into 226 is this amount invested. I have taken from March to this 2,20,000. Difference is 90,000. Gain is 41%. So if SIP is continued, returns are extra 41% in from the bottom to the level again where it market was earlier before the fall. So what is the, so if you would have stopped the SIP, these returns would have not come, this 41% return. Okay, now the whole from beginning till end, if the person who has continued the SIP in this phase, he has actually got 33% return. So 37 months are there. Total invested amount is 3,70,000 and value is 5,92,000. So you can see, if he has since he has continued, he has got 33% return. Now I am not telling that anyone who will continue like this, he will get future also 33% return, because this is just from the beginning of the crash till the end of the crash. Okay, same level, only that phase we have taken. The person who continues for a long period, this return will not be there, because there was a crash, returns were higher. So in your portfolio, biggest lesson from this analysis is, if you want high returns, there has to be one downfall in your investment cycle. You're investing for 10 years. If there is no downfall, you will not get above average returns. Okay, again I'll repeat, if the cycle in which you are investing, if there is no downfall and the market has not come down in that cycle, then you will not have superior returns, because every time market goes up, you will be buying at a higher price. Every time market will go up, you will be buying at a higher price. So for superior returns, there has to be one meaningful correction to get above average returns. This is a very important point, so please keep in mind. Okay, it's a very important point I'm telling. Okay, so please keep this in mind. Now, what someone who has done this same fund for a long period of time, that also I have taken here. So I'll show you how that has performed. So this, what I have done is I have taken an SIP calculator. Okay, you can also go to moneycontrol.com and you can just select the fund, select the HDFC mutual fund and HDFC top 100. You can select from the top down, put amount 10,000 rupees, SIP frequency monthly, put the start date 1st January 2000 till current date. That person has invested 24,80,000 in 248 months total. Okay, you can see that start and end date, SIP date, and the amount accumulated, the 24,80,000 is now 1 crore 79 lakhs. 1 crore 79 lakhs, almost 16.64%. This is very good return. Now you may ask why I have taken this fund, SGFC Top 100, because there are 100 stocks and it's an average fund. It's not a very good fund. It's not a very average performing fund. It's below average performing fund. It's an average good performing fund. So I've taken this fund. So I'm not taking a very good fund where you can see very good high returns. I'm just taking an average reasonable fund who has given decent returns, okay, to give you an idea, okay, in the long term how your fund will perform, because this has seen a 2008 crash and 2-3 down cycle in the from 2001 till now, like that. So returns are 16.64%, okay. So very important, you continue your SIP for a long period of time, and there has to be one meaningful correction in your investment time horizon, then only you will have above average returns, okay. Now what are the other learnings? So other learnings are, so this is the whole analysis of 2008 crash. I'm sure there's a lot of learning for you, and other learnings are, never do lump sum investment, stick to SIPs. I'll repeat, don't do lump sum investment, stick to SIPs, because every time market goes up and generally when it rallies 20-25% in 1 year, there's a tendency for investors that they put lump sum amount. So what will happen is, if you put lump sum amount, okay, if you invest lump sum, then what will happen? Say you have invested here lump sum at this point of time, say 5 lakhs you invested here. From 2006 to 2007 you are consistently investing, and since there was very good returns, you pumped 5 lakh rupees extra. What will happen? Full 5 lakhs has become half in a matter of 8 to 10 months. So don't do lump sum when markets are going up. So I'll not recommend lump sum for anyone. I'll recommend to increase the SIP when markets are down 20 or 30%. That I'll explain you in a separate video how we do that. But this is what I'll recommend. Okay. That not to do lump sum. Okay. Second, minimum time frame should be 5 to 10 years. If your time frame is less than 5 years, better not to invest in mutual fund, equity mutual funds. Okay. Third, don't panic when markets are falling. Have a plan in advance and execute it when markets are falling to avoid hindsight buys. Okay. Now, what happens is, whenever markets are falling, people generally panic. Okay. So what happens if you have planned properly that market will fall 30%, I'll increase my SIP this much amount. So generally what we recommend is, if market is falling 30%, you increase your SIP by say 20%. So for example, someone doing a 10,000 rupees SIP and market is down by 30%. So if you increase your SIP by 20%, that is hardly 2,000 extra, correct? It's not a big risk you are taking, but what will happen is you will start accumulating more and more units at lower levels. Or if you have good cash flows, you can increase up to 30 or 40% also. Okay. Once market recovers full, you may stop or you may continue depending on your cash flow or depending on your discussion with your financial advisor. Okay. But don't do lump sum. And one more is, it will also to avoid hindsight buys. Now what is hindsight buys? Hindsight buys means what happens, generally investors have tendency to see past good returns only. So if you see the past data, they will generally be seeing, in this particular period there is a very good return. Okay. But they forget to check that in some period there is a big fall also. So we have to we have to assess the risk for that fall also before investing. So hindsight buys, that is what happens is, generally investors look and look only good period in the past, that so and so time Sensex has given 30% 40% return, and they forget the crash very easily. Okay. So we should keep in mind that we should not fall in that trap. We should analyze both when market goes up and when market falls. What should I do? plan in advance, and then execute when events happen. Okay. Next is, we cannot time the market. No one in this world. So since we cannot time the market, and that is the whole concept of mutual fund, that we don't want to time the market and investing month on month, please stick to that discipline. Okay. Now next, even though market would have underperformed in a crash, but when it recovers, mutual funds generally tend to outperform because of rupee cost averaging and because of good selection of funds by the fund manager. That I have already explained to you. I have shown that starting it was 160 rupees NAV value, and you can see here NAV value was 160 when it started. Sensex was this same level December 2007, and if you see December 2010, NAV value is 226. Even though market is at the same level, but almost 40% extra. Your NAV is 40% above the initial NAV value when you started investing, even though Sensex is at the same level. So that is what happens, that even though market is the same level, generally it will outperform after the crash, because generally fund managers will be buying good quality stocks. So friends, thank you very much for listening to the whole session so patiently. I am sure you have got a lot of inputs from this session. So before investing, I'll request you to take a risk profile test, understand what happens when market goes up, when market comes down. In detail I have explained in this session. Also please forward this to your family and friends who are looking to invest into mutual fund, or who have already invested but want to gain more knowledge. So please forward this to them. It will really help them to create wealth in future. Okay. So if you have any questions regarding this presentation or any other query, please feel free to mail me at support@profittantra.com. And if you like the video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to our video. Also, we have started a new Telegram channel, so please subscribe to our Telegram channel for latest update on investments and tax planning and financial planning. And of course, you can mail me at for any query at support@profittantra.com. Okay. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Thank you.